Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I'm back with another video. Today I went to an estate sale, and I wasn't quite sure if it was a privately ran estate sale or if it was actually a company because of the way the photos and everything were taken, and there were some high prices in there too, I will say. But while I was in there, I overheard somebody talking about, I think it was one of the family members talking about how they had two ladies come in and price everything. Not sure what that's about, but I was still able to get some pretty good things considering that. But there was some Fenton glass in there that was priced $20, $30, $40 a piece, and there were some porcelain dolls that were way overpriced. So I actually got there 30 minutes early, like I usually do to estate sales, and there was lots of cars already out. More than the other estate sale, but there's a lot more stuff here, and they advertised it way better. But there was already cars there, and I didn't see anybody in the cars. So instantly I was like, ah! So I got out of my car and went inside, and there was people shopping 30 minutes before it started, which is fine because I do that too. So I was able to get in really early before like a big rush of people came right around. Well, it's just now 8:05. So it was supposed to start at 8, and I'm already out of there. And I walked around the place 4 times. So I was able to get in and get a lot of good stuff that they had. And so I will also say, I paid half of a few things because they were just wanting to deal. So I don't think it wasn't a professional company. It was a guy around my age actually operating the money thing. So there were some really cool barley twist candlestick holders that were marked for 10, and I offered 5, and he said, okay. So that's great. And I think, I haven't done the research on those yet, but I'm thinking that those are going to be like a $50 item, but I'm not quite sure. So, all right, I'm back home and I have all the items laid out on the table. I was able to get a few really cool things, and then I have some smaller things that are for sure booth items, but let me just start with these because I really enjoy these quite a lot. They are a barley twist, an open barley twist pair of wood candlestick holders. I'll show those up close, but the wood is very nice. I am like the worst person at identifying what wood things are. I think these are monkey pod because they're so light, and they just remind me of that, and I have picked up a lot of monkey pod stuff. So let me know your thoughts below on those. I don't know if you can even see the grain well enough. You know, I thought maybe they were teak or something, but I don't believe they're teak, and they're not walnut. So I would venture to guess monkey pod. Now they are marked on the bottom here. I don't know what this mark means. It's like a 1 over a T or an I, but it's just, there it is. And they're both marked the same thing. Oh, maybe that's a Y and a T, not a slash. Okay, so there's a pair of them, and they're very nice. So they had $10 marked on for the pair of them, and I did mention this earlier in the car, but I was able to buy them for $5 for the pair. And this is, mind you, this is day one, like 15 minutes before the official start of the sale. I got in there early, and I wasn't the only one. There was like at least five other people in there. And I said, "Will you take 5?" And he said, "Well, they're handmade wood. I guess so." So yeah, and he made me a couple other deals too. But let's also go with these. These are another thing that's going to be really good for me online, I think, because they are on trend. It is this gold 1970s, which is made to look like the, well, Hollywood Regency style, but it's this gold mother of pearl candlestick situation here. They were $2 for the set, and I thought that was a fair price. So it also came with these glass globes, but as you can see, they were cracked, and there's lots of crack lines all over there, so that's really, I'm just kidding. They were made like that, but I don't even think they're the right thing for this set because, for one thing, they don't want to fit properly in here. See the gap right here between where this lip is? This should nest down and sit in there nice and pretty, but it's not. So, I mean, ooh, see, and it wants to wobble out. So I think I'm just going to not include those. I don't think they're correct. I think they went with something else and then I don't know. So my options are pretty limited of what I can do with this now at this point, but I'm thinking about seeing if I can remove these little butterfly clips and then leaving it as an open pillar candle situation. I think with what people are doing now, design-wise, that would probably work well more than this crackle stuff. I don't think that people are going to be too disheartened to not have the crackled glass hurricane. So they're very cool. These tassels are removable, by the way, and I'm just talking way too much about these. I can't help it. The pair of these will sell for about 50 bucks or a little bit more than that, plus some shipping, and I bundle my shipping, so let's say a happy price for those would be about $65 with free shipping. And the barley twist guys here, I don't remember if I set a price, but $50 or $60 as well with shipping included. I also bought these. Now these are some more of that 1970s stuff made to look like a lot older, but it's also still on trend again. So I think they'll do pretty well. The only problem is, and I don't know if you can see that in the picture here, this one is darker than this one. This one's a more shiny, glossy, and then this one's sort of not. So it's a pair, unfortunately, and they're slightly different. However, if these were probably separated more on either side of a mantle, you might not be able to know, but I think that's going to make them a little bit harder to sell because they're going to be next to each other in the picture. So as a set like this, I'm thinking somewhere between $20 and $30, give or take, with shipping. It would probably be like $35, $40. So for the pair of those. And so what I paid for those, so I bought those and these 1970s home interiors fans. So I got these and those, and I paid $1.50 for them. They were in a box, and the box said $3 for all, but the other two things in the box I didn't want. So I left them in there, and I asked if he would just do $1.50 for the two things I did want. So luckily he said yes. So these will be sold separately. Actually, I just had some hummingbirds in a previous video. I might pair these with the hummingbirds, and I just did that with another set online. So I already have something very similar to what I'm telling you I want to do in my store, but I think it'll help them sell by having the fans and the pair of hummingbirds, hummingbirds in there. So it's kind of like a whole wall thing. So you buy it all at once and you're good to go, rather than just buying the hummingbirds and then somebody else selling the fans. You get what I'm saying? I hope so. This is pretty cool. It's actually a pair of little owls sitting on this, what looks like driftwood, but they are painted rocks on there, and I think that's really cute. I'm not sure if this is going to go online. I don't think it's going to do too well in the booth, so it probably would go online. I just don't know really if I should have even bought it. But it was 25 cents. It was in a box under a table, and I dug through it to see that if there was anything in there. And this was in there. So I just think it's kind of cute. And with that, I don't know what it's valued at. It's probably, I don't know, probably like a $10 thing. So maybe I'll try it out in the booth. I don't know. I don't know why I grabbed it. It was like 25 cents. What a deal. So I also grabbed some Christmas stuff. And these are all fits in Floyd, which is one of the reasons why I grabbed them, because I wouldn't have, they say made in China. If they were just made in China, no name, I probably wouldn't have grabbed them, but they're cute. And they are known as, well, it says That's a Wrap. So that's the collection name, and it's these 3 Santas. They all came in a set together originally. And they're kind of cute. They're all doing different poses with packages. So it's those 3. They were 25 cents a piece. Thought that was a good price. And then I also bought this Fits in Floyd Remembering Santa present. So it has that one there. And then there's a smaller one also that came with it. The pair of them were 25 cents. But I didn't notice this until I got home. But this one here is cracked. I don't know if you could see that crack running down right here. And it goes all the way through. Naturally, it's been glued together. So if this was not in bad shape, like if it was pretty much perfect, it would probably bring about $10 to $12 online, and so would the little Santas here. They would also bring about 10 to 12. So what I'm going to do is put them all together and sell them for about I'll sell them for about $20-ish, like $20 with free shipping, and I think that'll be pretty good for them. So I paid $1 for all of them. That's pretty good. I also bought some Christmas ornaments. They were 25 cents a piece. They were all in a line there in multiple boxes, and for the most part they were kind of junky ones. You know, it just depends on the buyer, I guess, but I only wanted to grab a few. So this one I thought was just really beautiful. I love the teardrop blown glass with all of the little dollops of colored glass on the outside of it. I thought that was really cute. And this will go in my booth for $3.50. And the other one I bought to resell was this one here. I just thought the color was really pretty on it as well. And it's a larger globe style. And then I bought this one here for myself because I am strange and I like to collect these. So I love the blue. It's like a disco ball. It's so fun. I have like so many of these 1970s beaded sequence ornaments. So I had to grab that for $1. And then the last ornament that I grabbed is in this one here in the box. I'll probably take it out of the box because I hang these on my wall and this is just too big. And it was originally sold for $12. So that's really cool. It's beautiful. It really is. It's like iridescent. So that'll go in my booth for like $3.50. The last Christmas item that I bought is this crocheted Christmas tree in kind of a 1980s style. Really popular around then. And I grabbed it for the people that are wanting to relive their childhood in the 80s. So it's really cute, and it was, I think, 25 cents. That's another reason why I grabbed it. You can't really go wrong with $1. So this will go probably on Etsy, and I don't know what these things go for. I would guess probably somewhere between $10 to $15 plus shipping. With shipping, it's probably like 20 bucks. So it's really cute. Has some sequins on there. It's in really nice shape, and then it has this little angel type ornament on top of it. So that was crafted by someone at some point. Okay, this is just a cute little thing. It's just fun. It's from the 70s, and it is a napkin holder with the little flowers on it. Plastic. It's adorable. It really is. 25 cents. I had to grab that. That was in the kitchen. About the only thing I think I grabbed in the kitchen was this little thing. This here was out in the garage. It was $1, marked $1. It's a little dirty. I gotta wash it. But I grabbed it because I thought that I could use it in my booth as a display piece. It's kind of this pink salmon color, and it rotates. You know, you'd put this in your cabinet and put spices and stuff on it, but I think outside of the, well, without getting too in-depth here, I have a vintage countertop like from the 50s, and it has a corner on top of it, and I think that this would go great on top of the counter in the corner because it could house like lots of small things, and it's a Lazy Susan. It turns. I paid 50 cents for it. I offered him 50 cents instead of the $1 because $1 is too much for that thing. Okay, I also grabbed, I also bought these marbles. I could hardly let them go because they were marked $3. I was wrestling with the price, so I said, would you take $2? And he said, yeah. If he didn't say yes, I would have probably left them there, to be honest. So these marbles, I am forever confused about marble collecting. I don't know what makes a good marble. I have no idea. But for $2 for all of these marbles, I think I'll be pretty okay with that. Even if they're not worth a darn thing, they are great for like a bowl filler or something like that. And sometimes whenever I buy like a ball jar, the old ball jar, or any kind of like enclosed thing, just simply adding some marbles in it just makes it that much more interesting. So at the very least, it just will help elevate my other products. But I really do wish I could understand what makes a good marble. What am I supposed to be looking for? I really don't know. This one here is, I think, like clay, or I don't know. I'm not even gonna begin. All right, I also bought this 1970s collapsible hamper. It's really cool, very clean. It's a fun, yellow, vibrant color, very retro. And on the inside, it's actually really nice and clean. One negative about these is you can't really remove this fabric and wash it or throw it in the washing machine, but the inside is like a material that would allow you to wipe it off. So that's great. And this is in good shape, really good shape. I paid $1 for it. Not too bad, really. This is the second one of these that I bought. The first one, I think I just finally got rid of it because as I was looking it over, there was some issues with it, and I really needed to wash it before I had any chance of even selling it. But it just was not worth my time. This one is clean, and I made sure of that before I bought it. But as it is, I think I could sell something like this for about $20 plus shipping. So in my shop, it would probably go for about $30, give or take, $30 with free shipping, and it's just really cool. One negative though is the shipping on this. It's really annoying because of the size and the shape of it, so maybe I shouldn't have grabbed it, but I just think this is something that's so cool that is very on trend design-wise. So I had to grab it, I guess. The last thing in the haul is something that I almost didn't grab, but luckily I did because it's going to be pretty good for me. It's made by Wilton, and it also came with this little cake decorating book. It's called Wilton Yearbook 1984. These by themselves go for about $2 a piece online, so if you have a good bundle of them, it's worth it. Otherwise, not really worth it to sell these things, even though they're full of information on how to decorate a cake. But what I bought here is pretty neat. Here's the forms. It's for a baby grand piano. So we have two forms here, cake forms, and then it goes like that, and then like that. So you have a two-tier cake. That's the cake forms, and then, it comes with this really cool, comes with this really cool baby grand piano stand. And so you put, well, it's very hard to explain how everything goes, but essentially you put cake number 1 here, then you stack cake number 2 on top of it towards the back. That would give you front room here to put the keyboard on top of cake number 1, like so. And then you'd have this little plaque here. You could write your name or whatever on it and stick that there where I think that's supposed to be where you put your sheet music normally. So it'd go just behind the keyboard, the piano keys. And then lastly, this thing here sets right on top of all of it, on the whole top of the cake, the topper here. And then we have a pair of these candelabra things. And those can just nicely set on top of it for added decoration. So, and then in front of the whole thing, we have this really neat piano bench that really just sets it all off. I think it'll sell for about $30 to $40. And then with shipping, like $45. Let's just call it $45. That might be a little bit more than it would go for, but I was looking at the solds on it earlier, and they were selling for anywhere between $20 and $30 plus shipping, so not sure. But because it does come with all of the pieces, I think everything you do need to make it work, I think it'll have a very good chance of selling. So that is my haul. I think I did get through everything I did, sure. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.